I'm Terry Owens. On this edition of MTA Commuter Connections, we'll visit Maryland's American Visionary Art Museum in Baltimore for a look at some of the unique and interesting exhibits on display. We'll also show you what the MTA is doing to better communicate with passengers, and we'll show you a different side of the police work being done by the MTA's finest. Plus, some of the real benefits of leaving the car behind and trying public transit. We've got all that and your questions on this edition of MTA Commuter Connections. Hello everybody and welcome to MTA Commuter Connections. For this edition, we're on location at one of Maryland's most unique and interesting places to visit. We're at the American Visionary Art Museum in downtown Baltimore, where all of the works of art are produced and created by self-taught artists. Nick Prevas is the museum's communication and marketing manager, and he joins us with a look at this very special place. Hi Nick, welcome to Commuter Connections.
Terry. Welcome to the American Visionary Art Museum.
Thank you so much for inviting us in. So what was the vision behind the Visionary Arts Museum?
The American Visionary Art Museum was founded by our founder and director, Rebecca Hoffberger, who had a vision for a special museum that would showcase the work of artists that were making art from their own intuition and from the voice that they hear within. And so that's what you see before you.
How long have you guys been here now?
We are now 18 years old, this November actually, 18 years.
And having a location like this just off of the Inner Harbor near downtown Baltimore, how has that benefited you?
Well, it's been an amazing benefit for us because all of our out-of-town visitors usually come down to the Inner Harbor to see the best of Baltimore, and so we're a perfect spot because it's just a short walk from the Inner Harbor, the Science Center, the Aquarium, the Visitor Center, and of course, historic Fort McHenry and Federal Hill are right here. And yeah, it's just a fantastic location to be. We couldn't think of a better place to be.
What makes this place special to you?
To me, truthfully, Terry, it's the stories of the artists. I feel that, and I think a lot of visitors have a personal connection when they come here and they visit the museum. There's the stories that the artists of their lives and why they decided to start creating the artwork that they did. And that resonates with you, and it's something you never forget.
Why the focus on self-taught artists? Why was that important?
Well, our mission is to show artwork that was made based on intuition and kind of the tradition of art schools and the academic institutions of art. They have a place to show. There's many museums and galleries dedicated to those. But at the time when this museum opened, there wasn't really as many places in this country to see this kind of artwork. So it sort of fulfilled that need for those artists that were kind of on the outside of the regular industry.
So tell me about the space that we're standing in.
Sure, this is the Jim Rouse Visionary Center. It's our third building, and it is an enormous building filled with all kinds of sculptures and different displays that you see. And we even host wedding receptions here in this building too, along with some of our other buildings as well. This building was a historic building that was renovated here, and we have two other buildings as well that are filled to the brim with artwork. So
this is, the museum has had quite an evolution.
It has, yes. Since we opened, we've now expanded this to this space as well as doing some major community events that are free. Coming up in July this month, Flicks from the Hill, and also our kinetic sculpture race, which you can see some of the vehicles here. Fifi and our frog participate in that every year in May.
Now, for people not familiar with Flicks from the Hill, tell us about that.
Flicks from the Hill is one of my favorite events in Baltimore, and it's constantly on the top list of best free things to do in the world. Basically, we show free movies Thursday nights starting in July through August. Every Thursday night, we show a free movie on the Hill at 9 p.m. on Federal Hill right behind us. And our museum is actually open and free from 5 to 9 p.m. on those particular nights. So you can come see the artwork and the exhibitions for free between 5 and 9, and then catch a free movie at 9 p.m., bring a blanket, and picnic and just enjoy it.
But you guys are also a nonprofit, so you've got to raise resources. How can the community support you?
That's true. We are a private nonprofit. Well, we are supported by generous donations, our memberships. If you enjoy the museum, you should become a member, and then you can come back free all year and help support what we do here. And then, of course, just if you like us, bring your friends and your family and any out-of-town visitors here to experience it as well. That's really the bare bones of it.
Now, you've got one of the best jobs I can imagine. You get to not only enjoy this space all the time, but you get to go out and talk about some of the great work that you're doing.
Sure, definitely. Yeah, I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be a better place for me.
So what are your hours of operation?
We are open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. We're closed just Mondays. Mondays we're closed, and a couple holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving Day, we're closed. But throughout the rest of the year, we're open.
Now, there's somebody watching this show that's going to say, I've got some fantastic artwork. My work should be at the Visionary Museum. How does a person get their work here?
Well, we don't actually take submissions anymore, but what we have is for each of our exhibitions, they are always around a theme. And for that particular theme, our curators will go out and they'll seek out artwork and lenders who have particular pieces of art that fit in that theme. And that's how we find some of the amazing things. And most of the time we have a lot of never-before-seen artists in our shows, which is so exciting for us.
And the theme for July?
Well, July, currently we have our main exhibition on this year that goes through September, so all throughout the whole summer. It's called The Art of Storytelling, Lies, Enchantment, Humor, and Truth. And it takes you through a journey of storytelling and how different artists explore that in their work.
All right. Well, Nick Prevas, thank you so much for inviting us in and coming on to talk about the great work you're doing here. If somebody wanted to get more information about the museum, how would they find you?
Well, sure. You can find us online. It's www.avam.org, avam.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, every social media site you can find us. Just do a search. And even Fifi, our big pink poodle, has her own Facebook page, so you can become her friend too.
Yeah, and if you're looking for something to do on Thursday nights starting this month, come on down and check out Flicks on the Hill. It's a great outing.
Thank you. Thanks so much for being here.
We'll take a break here, but coming up next, how new technology is improving communication between the MTA and its customers. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.